Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, it's gonna be a fun one. I'm going to be going through all of my recommendations for the upcoming Sephora sale. And I know what you're probably thinking, Jamie, what sale? Because Sephora just came out of nowhere with this sale. Normally they have a sale twice a year, one in April, springtime, and one right before the holidays. It's never, what month is it? It's never in August. So of course I wanted to put together a little list of all my recommendations, and I really tried, you guys, not to do just a list of all my favorite products because you guys know what my favorite products are. Some may say I talk about them in a lot of my videos. I'm a little bit repetitive when I love a product. I talk about it all the time. Some of them you have definitely heard me talk about before, but a lot of them I haven't really spoken that much about, but the products that I've been really loving and that I wanted to sort of give my little stamp of approval on just because I think that they're great to pick up during the sale. And as you can probably tell, I'm wearing no makeup on my face right now, and that is because I'm actually gonna be putting everything that I'm talking about today on my face. I tried to sort of talk about something from each category just to give you guys like a nice well-rounded amount of suggestions and recommendations. And I also thought it would just be helpful for you to actually see these products in use. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy today's video. Don't forget to let me know down below in the comments what you're gonna be picking up during the sale. Like, give me your shopping list. I personally am not 100% sure what I'm gonna be picking up, but I definitely will be going shopping. And once I do get all my goodies, I will definitely do a little haul on my channel, so stay on the lookout for that. But I wanna know what you're gonna get because I wanna get some suggestions for myself. Don't forget to also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and of course subscribe if you wanna join the fam and you're not part of the fam yet. More than happy to have you. All right, guys, let's get started. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. We're gonna put all this makeup on my face. Okay, guys, so I'm first gonna start off with a new sunscreen recommendation that I have for you. Now, I have been talking a lot about the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47, and I still do really like this product, but I have also been using the Pharmacy Green Screen Daily Environmental Protector with SPF 30, and this is just another really awesome sunscreen that I want to recommend. You guys probably already know that I am very picky when it comes to sunscreens. I really don't like it when sunscreens have any type of like sticky texture or make my skin feel gross, and I also don't like when they have any type of scent. And this is another sunscreen that just feels really awesome on the skin. It sits beautifully underneath makeup, doesn't make my skin feel oily. It has zero scent at all. And just because summer is basically almost finished doesn't mean you should stop applying sunscreen. It still should be like a really important step in your daily routine. So there you go. If you're looking for a good one, this is definitely one that I would recommend picking up. So Sephora has been adding a ton of really exciting brands onto their roster, one of them being KIEHLS, and this KIEHLS product I've been really enjoying. It's one of their new ones. It's called the Glow Formula Skin Hydrator with Pomegranate Extract. So this is basically a moisturizer that has a really nice glow to it. So because this is a skincare product, it's not like a makeup primer. I have been using this in place of my everyday moisturizer before applying my makeup, and this skincare product also has such a beautiful glow to it. So I have also been using it in place of my primer. So I've been using this pretty much every single day since I got it, and I've been really enjoying it. This hasn't really replaced like my Drunk Elephant moisturizer that I use in my daily skincare routine, but when I do apply my makeup, I will skip my Drunk Elephant moisturizer and I will just apply this instead because it does actually hydrate my skin. I just love skincare products that actually make your makeup look better, and you could see that beautiful, just like natural glow gives my skin. It's so pretty. Now there is another like skincare makeup product that I've been incorporating so much into my everyday routine that I've been loving, that I would really recommend, and I think is a really great time to get during the sale because it's definitely a bit of a pricier product, and it's a Drunk Elephant D-BRONZI Anti-Pollution Sunshine Serum. Now this is definitely a product that I've been speaking about quite a bit recently, but I couldn't not recommend it. So this is basically a tinted serum that you mix in with any of your other products. You can mix it in with your primer, your foundation, your moisturizer, and it basically just gives whatever product you mix it in with just a little bit more of like a bronzier tint. So it sort of gives you a little bit of a tan, and because this also is a serum, it has of course skincare benefits, which I'm not going to list off, but you can look it up on the Sephora website and it'll give you the whole entire breakdown. I would definitely recommend mixing this though with another product. Using it by itself is a little bit potent. I have discovered that the hard way. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of the KIEHLS product and sort of just mix them together. And you see how it just sort of like gives the slightest bronzy tint to my skin. Now moving on to foundation. I didn't really know what I wanted to recommend for a foundation because foundations are so personal. Everybody likes different things, and I think that if you are going to be picking up anything during the sale, I would recommend just picking up like your go-to everyday foundation, get a nice little backup. But if you want a new recommendation of something to try, I wanted to recommend the NUDESTIX Nudies Tinted Blur Stick. If you are somebody who loves a lot of coverage, you're not going to like this, and I wouldn't recommend this product. But if you're somebody who just wants like a nice sheer amount of coverage for every day, something that's going to even out your skin tone, but it's not going to look like you're really even wearing makeup, then this is the product for you. On the days that I really just don't want to wear makeup and I don't really want to like even go in with a tinted moisturizer, this is the product that I'll throw on because it will just really even everything out. But it's so quick and easy to apply, and it looks really awesome on my skin. The only thing I would recommend with this is that you do apply something really nice and moisturizing as your base, because if you don't, it could tend to look a little bit dry, especially if you do have a drier skin type. That's something that I've definitely discovered. So I'm going in right now with the shade Light 3. And I'm just basically going to swipe this all over my face. And I'm just gonna take my little foundation brush and sort of just like buff everything out in circular motions. And it takes 2 seconds because it's such a easy product to work with. And it's so sheer that you really don't need a lot of work. Next up, I have a new concealer that I actually haven't spoken about on my channel yet. It's very exciting. This is the new First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. Wow, my voice is cracked. The coverage is beautiful. It gives you a nice medium coverage, but it doesn't like completely blank out your under eyes at the same time. So it looks really nice and natural. It also looks so nice and hydrating underneath the eyes, which is always like my favorite look when it comes to a concealer. And I also love that even though this is like more of a hydrating concealer, I don't ever really feel like I have to actually set it with powder for it to last throughout the day. It doesn't really crease much on me at all, especially if I apply a very small amount. And I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a nice everyday little concealer that's nice and hydrating. Right now I'm using the shade 2. I'm just gonna blend it out with the same brush that I used for my foundation. Put it all over my lid as well. And you see like how nice that looks underneath the eyes? Has that nice like hydrated look, but it's also like not too emollient and wet. It's not like slipping and sliding around, which could also be a problem for really hydrating concealers. It's like that perfect consistency. This is gonna be a favorite of mine for sure. I actually find it's pretty comparable to the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Serum Concealer. So if you like that, you'd probably really like this. Okay, let us talk a little bit about powder. I really didn't want to talk about the Hourglass Veil Loose Powder because you guys know I love it. I've spoken about it in almost every single video since the first time I spoke about it. And I also want to talk about a powder from MAC because, very exciting, if you did not know, Sephora now carries MAC products. So of course, since this is a Sephora sale, you can also get MAC products on sale as well. So if there's some MAC products that you've been keeping your eye on, now's a great time to get it. This is honestly not a powder that I talk about a ton on my channel, but it's still a powder that I've had in my collection and in my life, honestly, since I've started doing my makeup. It's just such a great go-to. This is a great product if you have dry skin and you don't like the way powder looks, or even if you have oily skin and you don't like the way powder looks, this is a beautiful powder because it's so finely milled. When you swatch it, you can tell it's just like so airy and not heavy. I didn't even say what this product is called. I'm such a bad beauty guru. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. So sorry. Today I'm using the shade medium. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and just use that underneath my eyes. Like I said, I don't really have to set this concealer, but just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do it. So now let's talk bronzer, blush, and highlight. I have one product that I want to recommend for all three because it's a little palette. This is the Hourglass ILLUME Sheer Color Trio, and this is what it looks like. It's basically a cream color palette with a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. If you are somebody who has been wanting to dabble into cream products, but you are a little bit intimidated by creams, this is such a beautiful, beautiful palette to try out. The creams in here are so easy to work with. I love creams so much, but sometimes they could be a little bit tricky to work with. If they're not the right consistency, they'll be difficult to blend out. And it's just sometimes not as easy or as intuitive to use as like a powder. But these creams really are so foolproof because they are just so blendable and they really just like melt into the skin. And I just love the fact that it's in a trio. You have everything all in one place. I just feel like this is a very underrated product. Not a ton of people talk about it. So I'm gonna use my fingers so that you guys can really see how easy this is to work with. Look at that bronzer shade. It's so perfect. So I'm literally just going to tap with my finger and look how it just meshes and blends into the skin. And this is without even using a brush or a sponge or anything. And that just shows you how easy these are to work with. I'm now gonna take the blush, which is such a beautiful color. It's like a soft coral that's not too bright. It's the perfect coral blush that's not too in your face. The highlighter is probably my favorite part of this palette. It's just so freaking glossy. And look at that gloss. It's so nice. Okay guys, let's just like quickly talk about brows because there's only one brow product that I wanted to recommend for the sale, and that is the Milk Makeup KUSH Fiber Brow Gel. I have literally just been using this on my brows and not even filling them in. It does just such a great job of actually like thickening up my brows and making them look like they're filled in when I just ran a brow gel through them, and it also keeps them in place all day. And I'll basically just like flick my brow hairs upwards and just feather the product through. Look at that. Like my arch just looks completely filled in now. It's so good. And now my tail also looks completely filled in. So just the fact that I'm able to get out the door and feel like my brows look great with just one product is the best. Let's move on to the eyeballs. This is another product that I have mentioned on my channel before very recently, but if I had to pick one palette that I would recommend for the sale, it's gonna be this one. And it's the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I recently spoke about this, I think, in my favorites video, and it's just such a perfect palette. I'm not gonna go on and on about it because I feel like it sort of speaks for itself. I do also have a few other eyeshadow products that I want to talk about. This is a product that I literally just completely fell in love with the minute it touched my skin. It's the new Omega eyeshadow in the shade PRIM-O specifically. If you're gonna pick up any of the shades from that collection, I highly recommend you pick up the PRIM-O shade because it is just so versatile and gorgeous. It's basically like a pink champagne sort of highlighting shade. And because this is such a big pan, I've actually been using this as my cheek highlighter because it's so freaking beautiful as a cheek highlighter. I'm actually gonna put it on today just so you guys can really see what it looks like. I'll layer it on top of the cream that we already have. So if you are gonna be using this as a cheek highlighter, you need to pick up like literally the smallest amount. And it's just so pretty because it has that like slight pink shift to it, so it just like gives the prettiest look to top's cheekbones. And the reason why I wanted to recommend this specifically is because it is so versatile. You can use it as a cheekbone highlighter, you can use it as an inner corner highlighter, which is also stunning as, and I'll be doing that today as well so you guys can see. It literally gives you the most like blinding inner corner highlight, which is just so beautiful. And using this all over the lid is also so pretty, and that's why I love it, and that's why I wanted to recommend it in today's video. I mean, look at that. I applied like the smallest amount and it's just so intense and stunning. I have one more eyeshadow product that I want to recommend, and it is the Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadows. You are looking for just an eyeshadow that gives you just an amazing like glittery metallic look all over the lid. These are absolutely stunning. So I'm just gonna do a very quick eye look with a little bit of everything. I think I want to do some pinks, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take Still Shot. So I'm just going to put this color right above my crease. This is just going to be our transition shade. I sort of just want a little bit of a pink haze there to begin. Now I'm going to go into the shade Hell Ride, which is that pink over there, and it's another matte. And these types of colors, like these purpley colors, are typically, for me at least, like really hard to work with. But from this palette, it works so well. You just sort of got to go in with a small amount of product at a time and it will blend perfectly. Okay, now that I have just like this pink haze going on in my eye, I'm gonna go into Aura, which is that pink shade from Hourglass, and I'm going to pop this all over my lid. Now I would recommend applying these with your finger, just my nails are really long, so it's very difficult for me to go in with my finger because my nails don't fit. So if you can't do that as well, then I would recommend using a synthetic brush and spraying it just because it makes it sort of like stick to the lid a little bit better. So I'm just taking this tiny little brush from Real Techniques and I'm gonna just pop this color all over my lid, and like, how beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, now going into the PRIM-O shade, and you guys are gonna see how incredible this is as an inner corner highlight. I mean, do I need to say much more? No, I don't. So for mascara, I'm so sorry, but I need to talk about it again because this truly has become probably one of my all-time favorite mascaras that I've ever tried. It's the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. This has just been my go-to every single day because I know it will not fail me. When I say this does not smudge or flake, it does not smudge or flake. There's been a few times where I have worked out with this mascara And not only have I worked out with it, but I've worked out with it outside in the rain and it did not go anywhere. There was no raccoon eyes to be seen. It just stays where it needs to stay and it does not move. And that is just so assuring when it comes to a mascara, because the worst thing ever is when you look in the mirror at the end of the day and you have black all underneath your eyes. So I am going to just go ahead and quickly apply this to my upper as well as to my lower lashes. Okay, I really want to talk quickly about eyeliners because I think that these eyeliners are awesome and they're ones that I really wanted to recommend. So these are the new glitter highliners from Marc Jacobs. They're part of the new fall collection and they are gorgeous. You guys know that I love the highliners in general. So these eyeliners are great if you love adding that like little pop of sparkle on your eye. I loved using it on like the lower lash line or on the inner corner to add something just really pretty and subtle. Probably my favorite one is this like silvery white shade called Iced. And I feel like you really just have to like swatch these in person to really get like the full effect of what these look like. Because in person, you really see a lot of that sparkle. It's really hard for the camera to pick that up. This is a pinky champagne called Glitz Blitz, and it has a little bit of like gold shimmer in it. It's so pretty. This next one I think is really unique and it's called All That Glitters, and it's like a yellow gold right over there. And then lastly, we have Glitz All Right, which is like a smoky purple. Look at that. Yes. For today, I think I'm going to go in with the white one. And I'm just gonna pop a little bit on that inner corner of my eye just so you guys can see like how I would use it. Now, I recently spoke about a lot of my favorite lip products. I believe it was in my July favorites, so I'm not gonna talk about it again because it's just gonna be redundant. So instead, I want to show you guys my current favorite nude lip combo, which I love. And if you're looking for a really awesome nude lip combo, this is it, man. It's so beautiful. So I'm first going to go in with this Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade 600 Anywhere Caffeine. That is such a weird name. The perfect nude lip liner. It's not too brown, it's not too peach, it's not too pink. It's sort of just like that perfect neutral nude. The Artist Color Pencils I also really, really like. And you could also use these not only on your lips, but also on your eyes as well, which is always great. For my lipstick, I've been using MAC Half and Half. This is one of my favorite MAC lipsticks. And like I said, MAC is now available at Sephora, so you could totally pick this up at 20% off. And it just works with this liner so perfectly. And then for my lip gloss, I have been mentioning this quite a bit because it's just so freaking pretty. It's the Bite Beauty French Press Lip Gloss in Flat White. The formula just sits right on top of the lip, so it makes your lips look very, very nice and plump and cushiony and just so glossy and delicious. So this is definitely a gloss that I would highly recommend. So guys, that finishes off all my recommendations for the Sephora sale. Once again, do not forget to let me know your list of products that you're gonna be picking up because I need inspiration for my own wish list. Be a bad influence to my credit card. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.